Hey, what's up, guys? Coming out back with another video, and today I want to do my review of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War English dub episode 5. So, um, so here we go. So, episode starts out with mostly we see, and mostly in the previous episode, where Ichigo was trying to get out of the cage there. He tried there and he tried to hit it so hard it doesn't even fucking work there and stuff like that. So he's like, how the fuck he's like, how the fuck am I gonna get the fuck out of here and shit like that. That's what he was saying. So when he was saying about that, saying how the fuck he was gonna try to get out and stuff, we see the Soul Society there, were mostly or technically uh, Renji there was fighting against the Quincy there, or the head Quincy boss there. And mostly he was fighting against him and stuff like that. Mostly he was having a hard time actually fighting against him there. Technically, uh, Renji was almost going to use his Bankai, or not Renji, the guy who honestly said, well, that'd be a stupid move there because you already took my Bankai away, so you can't really, if you use your Bankai there, you're gonna technically face the depths of it and stuff like that. So technically, we're seeing them getting their ass kicked there. Mostly, they're getting their asses kicked there. Mostly he does his thing there. Mostly he uses his Bankai against him there. The Sakura power, or his Sakura power there. And then mostly he uses Bankai against him and actually hitting him against the wall against it there. So he was kind of SOL there. Mostly it's similar to his brother in a way. Gets hit by the Bankai and he gets fucked over there. Rukia kind of noticed something that her brother was in trouble there, so she was gonna run over there to actually help help him there. And then the Quincy was like, "Oh wait, you're running away from me? That's no fun." So technically, the Quincy attacks Rukia there and fucks her up pretty badly there and stuff like that. And then Ichigo is like still trapped in the space time thing there. They're saying they had to get Ichigo out and stuff like that, and they're trying to figure this out, how the fuck they're gonna get him out and shit. Technically, he was using every attack there to bust out, and he's like seeing everybody technically falling in battle there. Well, he gets the call there where everybody was technically was getting fucked there. And then he's like, and then Ichigo's like, oh man, I gotta let everybody down and stuff like that. So he fucking was using the fucking thing there, hitting the fucking prison thing the Quincy put on him and stuff like that. We go back into the spot where Ichigo technically left. Mostly he screwed over the thing there. He's like, you know what, you guys are definitely screwed. He's like, you need to pay for this and stuff like that. And then out of nowhere, he gets fucking slashed. He just gets fucking slashed and dies off there. Like somebody just like cuts him in half and shit like that. And he's like, and then Renji actually is like, who the fuck slayed him and stuff and crap like that. And then he gets the sword and he's like, oh shit, and and stuff like that. So he was saying he's like, oh shit. He's um, technically he kind of looks like he was kind of fucked there, with it. Mostly we see fucking uh, mostly when they got attacked there. The guy was about to the uh, Renji was about, or he was about to use his Bankai there. The guy honestly told him not to use Bankai. He was about to use his Bankai there, but he gets kicked in the face. Mostly gets kicked in the face there, and he flies against the wall there and stuff like that. And then he told the Quincy there, who honestly kicked him in the face. He's like, you can like steal his Bankai there if you didn't kick him right in the face there and stuff like that. So technically, his Bankai got saved by the Quincy there in a way, and technically because he was stupid enough, he thought he was gonna attack him, but he was about to use his Bankai and he can easily steal it there, but mostly that kind of ruined the plan there because he kicked him in the face. But so we see all that stuff there, what actually happened there and stuff. Mostly we do see the guy there. I forgot what his name. Lorenzo. I think it was Lorenzo. Fucking comes up there and then they're like, and he actually beats like 3 Quincy's there, knocks them all out. He's like, oh yeah, these guys, yeah, they're like fucking worthless there. And then he's like, he was like telling the story there of how they fought there, and he's like, the big guy, yeah, the big guy there, he turned into a big monster, and I just slayed his ass, so he was pretty easy to kill. That's what he was fucking saying. Also, he was actually saying something about the other guy there. He just kept yabbering and shit. So he's like, I got so annoyed with him, so he rips his fucking throat off there. So he technically rips him. He technically does completely just like f's him up there. So, and then the other guy there, he was a little bit harder because he just did an image of himself there, and he's like, oh yeah, he's like at most I just made myself lose, and this fucking mate, and then that's how I got a victory over him and stuff like that. And then mostly the other guy, he's like, you bastard, he's like, he was ready to attack him and stuff. And he's like, no, I'm going after your big boss guy, and so he tries to attack him there. Lorenzo fucking tries to attack him there. Mostly was blocking it with the sword there. Mostly was blocking it with the sword there. Ichigo is still stuck. We can't do nothing about that. There. Mostly the Renji there mostly was like slammed on the ground, or Lorenzo Renji there was slammed on the ground there. And then we see the elder captain actually comes out of the woodworks, and then he's like, I'm sorry, he's like, I didn't really do nothing there, and and then he's like, I'm gonna use your Bankai against you, so he uses the Bankai there. Looks like the Bankai was mostly electrical storms there, and the only person who can actually do electrical storms is mostly dead. He actually explained mostly the one who actually did electrical storms actually did and stuff like that. So then he said he never used it, or they never used it there in a long time. So it's honored him to actually see the Bankai for the last time before it kills him. So he shocks the older captain there. The older captain was like thinking what he did there. So we go into a flashback there, where technically the guy who honestly honored him and stuff like that for being the captain and stuff, and he was like, well, technically, he's like, he wants to show him there, so he shows him the Bankai there with the electrical storm there, cuts his head, and he's like, wow, he's like, pretty impressive Bankai there, but technically it's pretty weak there. And he's like, oh, I'm trying to make this more strong there and stuff like that, and then that's what he was saying to them and stuff like that. And he's like, well, you have a long way to go to make that strong. And mostly he actually accepts the name because everybody been calling him like a different name, but technically the only Soul Society guy actually called him the name there. And then he's like, well, you're kind of, he's like, you're the only one who actually called me that name there and stuff like that. And he's like, mostly that's why he became the captain or the head captain there. of this whole society. And mostly he's like, mostly we go back into the thing there, and then he said he's like, you know what? The elder gets pissed off there, and he's like, you know what? You're fucking weak, and then he fucking kills the guy off, and then he jumps there and flies there, or technically jumps there with his power or his ability there, and he was like zooming across there and stuff like that. When he technically zoomed across, there everybody's like, "Oh crap, the captain's pissed." And they're like, "Oh crap, the captain's pissed there." And mostly when he got there to the Quincy there, the head boss Quincy, he's like, "It's over for you." He's like, "I'm not gonna go down like I let you dead the first time we fought." So, yep, and that's where the episode ends. So, yep, comment, rate, and responsive to the barrels. If you like working the barrels, please subscribe. Hit the bell notification on the uploads. Comment, responsive to the barrels. Like, hang out, and peace.